This time it's with System Shock 2. You will notice that the graphics are sizably improved over the previous game. It's amazing what you can do in a couple of years. I have not put any mods into this. There are some that upgrade some of the NPC textures because a lot of them are kind of sketchy. But anyway, here is System Shock 2. We'll do a new game, we'll run it on hard, and away we go.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? In 2072, a rogue artificial intelligence known as Shodan lost her mind. In her limitless imagination, Shodan saw herself as a goddess, destined to inherit the earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
February 3rd is the day the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at faster than light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds at the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation. Imagine being able to travel to distant star systems in a period of weeks. It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek, fast, revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
This is Dr. Louis Delacroix of the UNN Von Braun. We've been hijacked by an unknown force. Ship security has been compromised. Do not allow the ship... Repeat, do not allow the ship to leave under any circumstances. I don't know what we're up against here.
Welcome to the Ramsey Center UNN recruitment facility. Please watch your step when leaving the train. The grav shafts at the end of the hall will take you to the street-level training and recruitment center. Please proceed to the grav shafts.
And my fingers are so used to playing System Shock 1's controls that I keep screwing up with regular WASD.
Step into the grav shafts to proceed to the street-level recruitment.
For some reason, OBS does not see System Shock 2 running at all. So this has to run on a full window capture. So there. Easter egg time. Who puts a basketball there? I don't know. Sandman Audio. Happy Noodle. Do we really think that they're going to have payphones 100 years from now when they already don't have them?
Before you choose your career, you'll want to learn some basic abilities. First, you should go into the Basic Training Center. When you're done with basic training, proceed to the Advanced Training area.
That will not be happening.
If you've completed basic training, you're ready for the advanced lessons provided here. Advanced training will familiarize you with the 3 key areas of military service: weapons training, technical training, and psionics training. Approach the Cyberlink booth of your choice to train in that area. When you finish training in the 3 areas, proceed directly to the recruitment center to choose and start your military career.
And we won't be doing that either.
Here's where you make your choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military. Once you decide on your branch of service, there's no going back. A shuttle will take you to a UNN orbital space station, where you'll receive a briefing regarding your yearly postings. Good luck.
So here's the 3 classes, for lack of a better word. The Marine is sort of the fighter, the OSA is kind of the mage, and the Navy is sort of the rogue. You're not really fixed to whatever it is that you start out with. You use the cyber modules that you get in fairly heavy supply to buy other abilities, and it's perfectly possible to pick up everything that one of the other branches starts with. But in the beginning, technical skills are just uber helpful as far as hacking and getting past doors and making repairs on stuff. So I always like to start out with the Navy. When you start out with the Marines, you tend to start out with a grenade launcher, but you also don't have the skills to maintain it, and weapon breakdown is a major consideration here. And it doesn't really do you any good to have a grenade launcher if you can't really use it, because A, there's not much ammo at the start, and B, it'll break and you have no way to fix it. So, we'll be going with the Navy. Year 1.
Welcome aboard the space station Chesapeake Bay, sailor. It looks like you've picked up some standard weapon skills at basic on Coronado Island. Now it's time for your tour of duty. Your tour will consist of 4 postings over 4 years. In this man's Navy, you're given a choice of 3 different postings a year. It's up to you to decide what kind of career you want to have, so choose wisely. Just approach a shuttle bay to receive a briefing on a posting. If you think that posting is right for you, head into that bay to accept the assignment.
The very socially conscious military. Pick your own assignment. I want to guard the whorehouses and the bars, sir.
The UNN Lucille is looking for volunteers for their military police detachment. Those sailors can get pretty rowdy on these year-long cruises, so you better not be afraid of a tussle. The UNN Lucille is looking for an engineer's mate to help maintain the ship's core energy systems. There's some heavy lifting involved, sailor, but you'll learn your way around the high-tech equipment. The UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data control systems. You'll get your feet wet with the high-tech systems, but also expect some heavy lifting.
Hacking is great. We want hacking. February 13th, 2112. Your tour of duty aboard the UNN Lucille has concluded. You've spent a productive year. Captain Mayer was pleased with your work, especially with the initiative you showed in physical training. A friendly ensign showed you some back doors into the ship's primary data loop, and you spent your time off pumping good old-fashioned iron. Gain +1 hack and +1 strength. I keep pressing the S button to move forward.
Laverne, Florida hosts the Navy's premier tactical training school. While maybe not as respected as the Marines' facility at Fort Bush, there's a lot to be learned here.
The +2 standard weapons.
The UNN Pierce is ferrying liberated political prisoners back home from their detention near Saturn. The Pierce has been assigned a detachment of Marines and needs sailors to load, administer, and maintain the arms on board the ship.
On maintenance.
The UNN Carfax is undertaking a mission to examine a newly discovered Class B comet approaching the outer solar system. You'll likely pick up some useful skills working with the high-tech navigation systems aboard this newly commissioned heavy cruiser.
+2 cyber affinity makes hacking better. Actually, it makes a lot of things better. It's +2 versus +1, so it gives you a nice savings on stuff later on. February 11th, 2113, so we're a year later. Your tour of duty aboard the UNN Carfax has concluded. It was a good year for you, but not a great one for the Carfax. After taking a surprise hit from a small meteorite that separated from the larger mass, the Carfax was forced to limp home with 123 casualties, including the chief navigation officer. You stepped in and filled his shoes, and by the then end of the year, really, you became quite skilled with a neuronav interface. Come on, Looking Glass, a little proofreading. Does that kill you? +2 cyber affinity. I really need to stop pressing S. There we go. Easter egg. The Macarena robot. Macarena. Dance for me! Dance!
The Navy strongly encourages every sailor to undertake some amount of zero-G training. A year at the Yamamoto space station in Earth's orbit will more than suffice. The Navy maintains a survival training school on the surface of Io, the third moon of Jupiter. Pros, there's no better way to improve stamina and survival skills. Cons, the 21.2% mortality rate.
Lovely.
The Navy's Marie Curie research facility on Aquinas 4 is currently conducting research on a new strain of spaceborne virus that killed 220,000 citizens of New Atlanta. To lift the quarantine, we must determine how the virus pierced the city's micronanite shielding.
220,000 people dead. Nice. So the first one is +2 agility, which basically makes you run faster and you take a little bit less falling damage. +2 endurance, which is more health, and research, which is...
The Navy's Marie Curie
awesome.
research facility on Aquinas 4 is currently conducting research.
February 9th, 2114. Your tour of duty at the Marie Curie Research Facility has concluded. Congratulations on surviving the disaster, sailor. When the saboteurs removed the safety seals and released the virus into the atmospheric control regulators, you were one of the few to reach the safety in time. However, you were able to pick up a few odds and ends of research techniques before the crap hit the fan. You've gained +1 research.
Initializing memory strings. Restoring patient memory. Restoring memory. Restoring memory.
Off to a good start.
Steady yourself, soldier. This is Dr. Janice Polito of the computer ops staff of the Von Braun. You're safe for the time being. You're recovering from the effects of surgery and will be unable to remember any of the events of the last few weeks. You're on board the starship Von Braun and something's gone very, very wrong. Some kind of force has hijacked this ship. That's why you volunteered to be implanted with some experimental cybernetic implants. Rely on your cyber interface. It just might save your life. You must find an elevator and come up to Deck 4 to meet me. Deck 4. Can you remember that? But keep your eyes open. They're after us both now.
I can, in fact, remember Deck 4. Hey, Chris, welcome back. Did you see the end?
Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window. It's become unstable due to... Move! Take cover!
Critical decompression hazard in the cryo recovery suite. Evacuate immediately.
I'm sorry you missed it, but hey, you got the VOD. Yes, this is System Shock 2. The run-in against Shodan went very well. I beat her first time.
The entire sector is depressurizing and the vacuum shield won't last long. Get through a secure airlock before you're sucked into space. Move it!
I want to be sucked into space. Wow, that is tiny, tiny. I might have to change the resolution. Cyber interface. Many of your actions are now cyber enhanced. Your cyber interface supports two modes, shoot and use. Shoot mode provides crosshairs in the center of the screen. Fire your current weapon at the crosshairs by left-clicking. Right-clicking nearby objects under your cursor will interact with that object. If it is a button or a machine, you will use it. If it is something that you can pick up, it will go into your inventory. You may enter use mode by hitting the tab key. When you are in use mode, you will see an arrow cursor which you may move about. You may move about objects in your inventory by left-click and dragging them. You can use most objects. Okay, this is interface. And I'm going to fix the UI a little bit here. Because that is just way too small. So instead of 920 by 1080, let's drop it down to 16 by 9. That's much better.
Change the access codes out of Cryo A again. Like I've got nothing better to do. I think Grassy just likes to make work for me. I'll set the new code to 45100. That should be easy enough to remember.
PDA contains information about stuff. Access the PDA, blah blah blah. Whoops. I have to remember that escape doesn't do what I think it does. Okay, not good. Now how do I crouch? Crouch. Crouch, crouch. Keypad center. I'm with that. X. There we go. So, unlike the other game, there are some people alive, although I think that lady's not alive anymore.
Decompression event imminent.
There are several people still alive at the time that I wake up.
This power cell is dead. There should be a recharger nearby. Just use it and it will recharge all the power-driven devices in your possession. After you've recharged the cell, plug it into the auxiliary power unit. That should open the airlock door. Be quick about it. The vacuum seals won't hold up much longer. Good. You've managed to get out before the whole area depressurized. I've just uploaded you some cybernetic modules. You can use them to upgrade your cybernetic rig at the upgrade units in this area. There are 4 types of units in the next room. 1 for each subsystem of your cybernetic gear. Stats, psi, weapons, and tech. But use the modules carefully. They're hard to come by.
To access maps, enter the use mode and select the map button. Oh, that's good. Map. Okay. And let's enable the mini-map. FD contains information about the character, stats, psi, weapons, and tech. And a light switch. And we're off to a great start. Bodies, bodies everywhere. Cyber modules.
Hey Doc, a security bot showed up with orders from you to place this grunt into the recovery freezer. I'm no cyber doc, but I know a plant job when I see one. I suppose you know they outlawed R-grade cyber goodies after that fiasco back on Citadel Station. But hey, I just work here, right?
Software helps you perform various technical tasks. Yes. Medical kits help you stay not dead. Computer hacking, okay.
Security access compromised. Security access compromised.
Will not spend any cyber modules just yet. Cannot reach those. YouTube is fixed. Did you do it? You want to take credit? And I'll take the SciAmp. Not. Hello? Psi disciplines. Ah yes, and here we see ghosts.
Can somebody let me out? I can't find my card. Please, let me out of here.
Access needed.
Your inventory at the tab key. I think I'm already up there. Infectious biohazard. Sign. Weapons, I think I got that part figured out. God damn it! That gets me every time! The sound design in this game is just off the chain. card?
Access needed.
No. There it is. Many sings to us. We are. I am not encouraged by this turn of events.
Well done. I'm uploading some more modules.
Where the hell's my health? Oh, it's behind my laptop. I need to be able to see that.
Class 5 hazardous anomaly.
7 health is not a good start.
Silence the Discord. What?
Okay, great. I'm off to an establishedly wonderful start. Okay.
Welcome to the Ramsey Center
I'm gonna
UN
try doing that less
recruitment
stupidly.
facility. Please
And
watch
again,
your step
save.
into the grav shafts to proceed to the street level recruitment.
But this time we're not going to be going through the tutorials, and we're going to skip over the cutscenes because we can. It will take not very much time to get there. But we will grab the basketball.
Before you choose your career, if you've completed basic training, you're ready for the... Here's where you make your choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military.
Welcome aboard the space station Chesapeake Bay, sailor. It looks like you've picked up some standard weapon skills at basic on Coronado Island. The UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data. The UNN Carfax is undertaking a mission to examine a newly discovered Class B.
But hey, since you're late joining us, you can see the Macarena robot. Because how can you really ever get enough Macarena robot?
The Navy's Marie Curie Research Facility on Aquinas 4 is currently conducting...
Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window. It's become unstable due to... Move! Take cover! The entire sector is depressurizing and the blue vacuum shield won't last long. Get through a secure airlock before you're sucked into space. Move it!
Great. Gotta change the access codes out of Cryo A again. Like I've got nothing better to do. Grassy just likes to make work for me. I'll set the new code to 45100.
Decompression event imminent. Please move immediately to Cryo Recovery B. Decompression event imminent.
This power cell is dead. There should be a recharger nearby. Just use it and it will recharge all the power-driven... Good. You've managed to get out before the whole area depressurized. I've just uploaded you some cybernetic modules. You can use them to upgrade your cybernetic rig and the upgrade units in this area. There are 4 types of units in the next room. 1 for each subsystem of your cybernetic gear. Stats, psi, weapons, and tech. But use the modules carefully. They're hard to come by.
Hey Hey Doc, a security bot showed up with orders for me to place this grunt into the recovery freezer. I'm no cyber doc, but I know a plant job when I see one. I suppose you know they outlawed R-grade cyber goodies after that fiasco back on Citadel
Security
Station.
access
Hey, I
compromised.
just work here, right?
Security access compromised.
Can somebody let me out? I can't find my card.
And we're caught up.
Please, let me out of here.
Before anything disastrous happens, let's start saving.
Well done. I'm uploading some more modules.
Why is it that no one listens to me? The security protocols on the Xerxes system are clearly immature. Some idiot hacked into the primary data loop last night and made Xerxes sing Elvis Presley songs for 3 hours. I finally had to pull the voice subsystem offline. What would happen if some
This is a pulpy, kidney-shaped organ that controls most of the hybrid's vital functions. Chemicals needed to research, none.
That insipid computer Xerxes is shut down the elevator as well. You can transfer power at the engine core on deck 1, which will get the elevator up and running again. But you can't use the elevator to get down there. Wait. There's some kind of maintenance access right on this hallway. You can use it to reach deck 1. However, it's locked, and Xerxes is hiding the passcode from me. Dr. Watts should have the code. He's probably in the crew subsection. Grassi has the key to get in there, but he's in the medical subsection, probably near the biopsy lab. Now get to the medical subsection and find Grassi.
Okay, we need to fix that music. Turn you way down. The music actually detracts from the game here.
I got called up around 0430 to help unload the shuttle coming back from Tau Ceti. Kerenskin was there alone. Jesus, what the hell happened to him? He'd lost most of his hair, and you could see these lumps on the side of his neck. And that smell. I told him he should go see Dr. Watts, but he told me to mind my own business. Well, la-di-da.
On most decks, you'll find a quantum bioreconstruction device. Xerxes shut them all down, but I've discreetly put them back online. You'll need to interface with each machine locally to provide a quantum entanglement sample. Once you do that, the device will be able to rebuild your body essentially from scratch. It's not pleasant, but it's preferable to slow decomposition.
That's a try optimum something station. Now this chat is not taking up too much of the screen. Fix that. Behind the scenes. Streamception. That should make chat a little easier to read. The onboard security is controlled by Xerxes, the ship's computer. If the security camera spots you, it will sound the alarm, and security forces will rush to find you. The camera that has not yet spotted you will display a green light. As it becomes alert, the light will change from green to red. You can make sure to either destroy the cameras or hack into security computers to temporarily disable them. If the alarm does go off, you can terminate it by using a security computer.
Somebody's hacked into this thing again. I'm gonna tell Delacroix.
Basic ammo use. Okay, yes, it's a gun.
This is Xerxes. Please report any unauthorized database interactions to your direct superior. Remember, a smooth operation is everybody's responsibility.
I've been unable to get in touch with Delacroix. This place is falling apart. Members of my team keep disappearing. The leaks in the venting shaft shorted out the primary access channel, and that means we'll all be on auxiliary power until we can get it back up. That means all the lifts are out. Marie, where the hell are you?
You're not good. There's a better way. Get some research. Summary. You've learned how to best target the hybrid for maximal damage. All damage you deal to hybrids will be increased by 25%. Analysis. DNA structure indicates that this organism is a hybrid of a human host with a parasitic organism. Although the parasite, resembling a yard-long worm, has deteriorated to this stage beyond useful analysis, the effects of the process are evident. Severe deterioration of the higher-level mental processes is caused by tumorous growths along the spinal column and brainstem. The non-human tissues seem to be formed of a composite of small worm-like creatures that have adapted into the host body and taken over a majority of motor control and decision-making functions. There also appears to be a direct stimulation of the autonomic nervous and glandular systems. Hence, the organism produces exceptional amounts of both adrenaline and endorphins, making it remarkably strong and aggressive. What remains cannot really be called human at all. The damage done to the host by the process is irrevocable, and the organism now functions with no sense of morality or hesitation. Recommendation. The organism is vulnerable to the same stimuli as a human. However, the changes in its physiology suggest a chemistry more complex than is currently understood. Further analysis of similar organisms might provide more insight into this area. And we were going to turn off security. Ah!
Security system offline.
That's what we want to hear.
Damn. The power outage has also taken out access to this bulkhead. It's the only way to get to the medical subsection. Pick up the battery from the floor and find a recharger. The one you used before is in hard vacuum now, I'm afraid, but there should be another one on this deck. Once you get the battery recharged, place it in the auxiliary override.
I want to take that camera out. Why is jump not Q to spacebar? It is, so why am I not jumping? I'm just not jumping at all. No, there we go. Right? Try it this way. Die, security cameras!
Xerxes has control of the ship's security system. Avoid or destroy any security cameras you see. You can hack security computers to power down the cameras too, if you're good enough. But don't botch the job, or you'll set off the alarm yourself. Your corpse is useless to me.
Oh, come on. More important than shutting off the cameras, it shuts off these turrets. Ah, bullets. Excellent. Piercing bullets, even better.
Access needed.
And we have another 200 seconds for the alarm. There are several types of ammunition in the game.
Each deck has a chemical storeroom where you can find the resources you need to research the artifacts you'll find around the ship. Don't try to carry around all the chemicals at once. It's impractical and unnecessary. Your research software will tell you what chemicals it needs, and when.
3 basic kinds of ammo. There's normal, which is good against pretty much everything. There is anti-personnel, which is good against the fleshy bits, and armor-piercing for robots.
This is Xerxes. Remember, unauthorized usage of firearms aboard the bomb crew is a Class 3 infraction.
While security is off, these turrets don't work. But you do not want to be next to a turret that explodes. It is slightly painful. Power cell charged up. Apparently this is the pump station. So, unlike System Shock 1, it is beneficial to carry more than one weapon of the same type. Because they break. And oh boy do they break. Let's get rid of some of this extraneous stuff. Basketball, anyone? This stuff is not very useful by itself. But what you can do with it is later on you get a recycler item that turns those things into nanites. Those are shotgun shells. So I collect all this stuff here, and then when I get the recycler I'm able to just... I've got it all gathered together and I can punch out a whole bunch of nanites. Security is about to come back online. I've done everything I need. Do the power cell.
Security system online.
Good work. Here are some more cyber modules. Spend them wisely. They're easy to locate.
I will spend them wisely. Thank you. I think I'll spend some right now. Let us bump our standard weapons. Ooh, I don't have enough to go to another level. Still, should be helpful. Standard weapons are better than all other weapons. The others all have significant issues. It's not really the greatest of game design, but oh well. I didn't design it.
What happened to me?
What happened to me?
Access needed.
For a D access. Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Hello, Mr. Hybrid.
Speed.
I can't quite one-hit the hybrids yet. Can I hack this chest? No. Hack 2 needed. Security crates. Hack this one. No. I'm gonna need hack 2 pretty soon. There. Save might be prudent. Because here we have monkeys. Oh, hate the monkeys. Surprised I haven't heard the monkey yet. There he is. Yeah. Come on, monkey. I can hear you. Monkeys so much.
Ever since we reached Tau Ceti, the lab monkeys have been acting strangely. Nurse Lester picked one out of a cage to be brought in for vivisection, and the rest of them, I mean the entire group, stood up on their legs and howled. This wasn't just a random display. It was a protest.
And this might be a good time for a med hypo.
managed to get into Med. Now find Grassi and get the keycard to the crew sector. He's the one who monitored your cryo-sleep, so he might be interested in joining you, if he hasn't been butchered yet.
Access cards. Oh, thanks. That's helpful since I've already had to find some.
Is not ours.
Up!
Intruder entering medical sector A. Intruder, the many demands to know your intentions. Are you allied with her? Do you not know of her intentions, of her history? She once tried to destroy your species, and now you do her bidding. Intruder entering medical sector A.
While it may appear that the lab monkeys are communicating with each other, I assure you it's quite impossible. You claim that one monkey signed the passcode for a supply closet to another, and the latter proceeded to open it. As I'm sure you know, there have literally been tens of thousands of studies of primate intelligence, and there's no evidence of behavior even remotely that sophisticated. So either you've single-handedly trumped the entire field of animal behaviorists, or you're badly in need of a vacation.
And now this is a little gruesome. I don't know where this door came from, but clearly that guy had a bad day.
I can't raise anybody down in engineering. With the lifts out, I'll need to get down there through the emergency conduit in the Psi Annex. I think the access code is in Watts' lab.
Hello, monkey. Did I mention that the monkeys are psychic and can throw ice balls at you? Units, yes. Unlike in System Shock 1, you don't get free use of the surgical bays. But 5 nanites is dirt cheap. A lot cheaper than using medical hypos. I'm hoping to get a monkey brain drop. I need to research monkeys. Overloading psi, don't care. Ah, quantum entanglement. Electrical bed, that's good.
You might witness some strange phenomena. Your R-grade cyber rig has an experimental perception enhancement that can theoretically detect residual psychic emanations. These emanations traditionally come from the recently dead. Literature might call them ghosts. I call them self-hypnotic defects in the R-grade unit. Don't let it distract you from the job at hand.
Radiation. Yes. Radiation is bad. Pipe hybrid is also bad.
Alright. Cyber, kill me!
I heard you, Mr. Security Camera. turn off. Chips are good. Damn it! Need brains! Oh, good. Run.
Where'd everybody go? Is this some kind of joke? Hello?
Whose idea was it to bring 150 chimpanzees on board anyway? The interest of science? What about the interest of hygiene? Does anybody have any idea how much crap 150 lab monkeys make in a day? The poor chimps. They come on board for the most historic mission of all time, and they end up being chopped into little pieces in the name of progress.
It's almost like they have reason to be angry. Okay, we're gonna do a save before we go into there.
Radiation hazard.
That's it. The shower quick. Ah, okay.
Medical tells me they've replicated a whole bunch of rat hypos. I'm gonna pick those up and distribute them to the engineering staff unless anyone gets a better idea. Watts also asked me to check on the replicator in the crew lounge. He says it's a hacker's paradise.
This is Xerxes. Why do you persist in your loneliness?
That's an ambush. That's an ambush with shotgun hybrids. No brain. Rat area. How dare you carry no loot?
Since returning from the surface of Tau Ceti 5, the patient has experienced numerous novel phenomena, evidenced by inflammatory nodular growth and the presence of a large worm-like parasite. This morning, the parasite penetrated the subject's chest from the inside and attached one end of itself to the subject's forehead. If I remove it, it could kill the kid. If I leave it... Final diagnosis beats the hell out of me. I'd love to refer this to Medorsky at CDC, but unfortunately he's 67 trillion miles away.
Clearly I need to get Hack 2 so I can open these crates. That's gonna have to wait. Psychic monkeys! Hate you! Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Seriously, where'd he go? Saying that.
What is a thought compared to a mind?
Our unity is full of wonder.
Is full of wonder, which your tiny individualism cannot even conceive.
Kind of fond of my tiny individualism. Hack 2. Damn it, I need to get Hack 2. Aha, keycard.
Good work. Here are some more cyber modules. Spend them wisely. They're not easy to locate.
Patient Watson died at 0240 of non-specific causes. Despite zero respiratory and brain function, the body is still displaying autonomous motor function, as does the parasite. At 0847, the patient even spoke to one of the nurses. Autopsy is set for 1630, and then we'll see what makes this Lazarus tick.
So he's dead, but talking.
Good. You've made it into the crew sector. Now find Dr. Watt's room.
We have picked up a transmission from the surface of Tau Ceti 5. I've been in negotiation with Captain Diego of the Rickenbacker, and after some coercion, he's agreed to go planetside as a joint venture. Imagine, this historic mission might even become more historic. First contact. And who is there to get exclusive rights to all media, patents, and land grants? Trioptimum. Miri, I told you this would be worth it.
Right, because you're meeting with an alien species.
Items dropped.
The thing you really want to think about is land grants. I'm having flashbacks to the Phantom Menace. The galaxy is in turmoil. Taxation of trade routes is at stake. Okay, that door doesn't work. Stop doing that! Okay. Want to know what happened to him. For him. OS upgrades. Turn off security.
Security system on.
God damn
Madame Bronson and her stupid procedures. She's changed the code on the Medsci 2 sub-armory again. Now I've got to head back up to Deck 4 to find out what it is. Somebody's gonna frag her but good someday.
It's, my map. On the mini-map. This looks like a good place to dump off all this garbage. Actually, some of these things have interesting stories on them and stuff. Land. This hardy specimen has been genetically tailored to require minimal water, even less light, and almost no minerals or fertilizer. It bears a striking resemblance in both color and lifelessness to the plastic plants of several decades past. Bottle of vodka. A distilled liquor, vodka is something that replicators really never got right. The replicated brand is numbingly strong, but one's enjoyment is hindered by a sharp, biting taste. With advances in pharmaceuticals that mimic the effect of alcohol, liquor has begun to be rated in both true proof and factor proof, with the strongest drinks being close to 300 factor proof. This rot gut gets you drunk the old-fashioned way, with no added factor proof. About champagne. Champagne is a popular drink enjoyed on the Von Braun and smuggled onto the Rickenbacker, both in its lounges and replicators. However, since the entire liquor concession is run by Triop, and all champagne is replicated from the same nanite archetype, there's only a single brand available. Fortunately, the vintage is excellent. Is it really a vintage when it's made by nanites? And a magazine. A high-color journal covering the artificial personality circuit. Feature articles discuss synthetic talk shows, aggregate personalities developed as corporate spokesmen, and low-budget personality tailoring that can be done at home. Say about the wrench. A multi-purpose tool used for engineering purposes, however it makes an effective makeshift weapon. When you hit someone over the head with 22 pounds of steel, they tend to not appreciate it. The wrench does not require any weapon skill to use. What else we got? Pistol. Pistol requires standard 1, blah blah blah. The Talon M2A3 45 caliber pistol is a standard issue sidearm. Designed to accept a number of kinds of ammunition, including standard steel-jacketed rounds, uranium-tipped armor-piercing rounds, and nanite-based anti-personnel. Wait. No guns inside. Thanks, the management. Nanites are the coin of the realm. Pretty much knew that already. Okay, tech. I need Hack 2. I'd like to get Hack 3, but I can't afford it because I need Standard Weapon 3 more. Ooh, juice. Produced from gene-grafted fruit in the hydroponics tanks, the popular Tasty Fruit caffeinated fruit drink is chock full of vitamins, sugar, and fruit pulp. Yummy. I don't want any psi. They got 2 modules. That's not helpful. I can get an OS upgrade. That is helpful. No, I don't want that. Weapon, security expert, smasher. Points. There we go. Sharpshooter. Each shot with a ranged weapon does 15% more damage. Oh yeah.
Security forces have been alerted to your presence, intruder. The glory of the many demands your capture or destruction.
Give me chips. does it have to say about chips? Krakows potato chips, voted the UNN's national food product in the early 21st century, is made from slices of common potatoes deep fried in hydrogenated oils. This treat is often supplemented with vitamins to boost its questionable nutritional value. When you need a tasty treat, Krakows are the chips to beat. Eat 'em by the bunch or by pound. New improved Krakows won't let you down. Krakows Neural Net Promotion 2111. See, where'd he go? Hear you. Oh, there he is.
Silence the discord.
Join us!
Ooh. Aha! Now I can one-shot hybrids. Soda. Invented in the early part of the 20th century, soda was created as a refreshing beverage, a mixture of carbonated water and corn syrup. For such a trivial-seeming product, soda and similar beverages fueled the rise of the first two megacorporations, the names of which are illegal to publish by UNN Information Ordinance 234/FD34. Net rumors suggest that these two corporations' marketing skirmishes turned into physical ones, promulgated by the destruction of offshore bottling plants hired by mercenary squads in 2023. Awesome. Coke and Pepsi going to war, for reals. And loot him? Yes. Been there. Grenades. Nice. No, there's a camera over there. Apparently this is a force field. You do not have access to this system. Well, I'm gonna hack it, and then I will. No more security door. I hear you, camera. And I've already got light armor, I don't need it again. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough. It's a camera. There it is. A lot of people seem to have died in bed. The chemical manifest.
Marie, I've got to restrict access to engineering until we can figure out what to do down there. It's just too hot. I don't know where all the hazard suits went, so I'm reduced to bringing down an armful of rad hypos. Those damn things always give me a headache.
Is that a shotgun or a pipe hybrid? He's a shotgun. Yes, he is. A disgusting pile of worms. Oh, lovely. Before we go any further, let's dump off some of this junk. To my growing pile of junk. Cigarettes. Every box of the tobacco conglomerate's new Philo filter tip cigarettes comes with 3 optional experience-enhancing additives available at the touch of a button. The Mintomatic button infuses your smoke with a menthol eucalyptus mint blend. The Kicker button adds a flavor-rich double dose of tar, nicotine, and carbon compounds. The self-cleaning coats your cigarette with a layer of smoke-depositing nanotech. As my testimony indicated the last time I stood before this committee, there is still no clear evidence that cigarette smoking is proven to be harmful to the health of the smoker. Ah, so they've been lying about it for 200 years! About this magazine. A wildly speculative, low-budget magazine which covers subjects from Are They Among Us? To pros and cons of silicate genetics. The only thing more amusing than the articles are the letters to the editor published at the front. Bathroom.
This is Xerxes. Remember, replicator restrictions are in place for the good of all of us. All unauthorized database interactions will be dealt with to the utmost degree of the law.
Implants. Psyamp.
Wow, you're incredible. Do you know that? I made this game where I tried not to make myself think about you. What a moron. I love you, Rebecca, and I've got a plan. I've been buttering up the captain to transfer me from the Rickenbacker to the Goodwill team on the Von Braun. Pretty soon, nothing will keep us apart.
Marie, I'm sorry I've been out of touch, but I've been working on that artifact Bayless brought back from Tau City 5. I've done a level 3 analysis on it. I think it's some kind of artificial intelligence. I've managed to pull an audio tag file out of its memory. I'll let you be the judge. Marie, I think it's speaking English.
Which is not what you really want to hear from something that comes from another star system. It means that something is seriously wrong. Now, this shotgun here presents an interesting dilemma. Because unlike every other, well, almost every other gun in the game, it never breaks. Its reliability will go down, but it will never actually break. And I think I am going to abuse the hell out of that. Sometimes I feel like being a little bit more honest and letting it, using a real shotgun that will break, but this time, no. Okay, so Dr. Watts' office.
Watts isn't here, so he's probably in his office in the R&D sector. Maybe he's got a backup R&D card in here. Take a look around.
Good, I don't need a game peg.
Good work. I'm uploading some cybernetic modules. Find an upgrade unit as soon as you can and improve your rig.
Get that pistol. Reach it. Reach it. Ah, nope. Why would someone throw their gun over there anyway? Heck. Now this is stats. And I don't need that much cyb. Use another point of hacking. There we go. And let us dispose of more crap. Now we have, oh, hi.
Sorry.
So yes, the hybrids respawn. And we're gonna check out some of these security crates. Eve. Shotgun hybrid. I'll show him shotguns. Pipe hybrid. Well, then that was a waste of shotgun shells. There's that monkey. Still no brain. Three ice nodes. Yikes. Failure! Back to main med. But let's do a little healing first. Really? Okay, that's junk. This is stuff which is not junk. Shoddy pistols. Let's save the good one. Turn the music up just a hair. Barely here. That's good. Wait, there was a chest in here.
Cyber modules. Spend them wisely. They're not easy to locate.
Someone made a last stand, and it did not work.
Dr. Watts is alive and in his office. He should know the code to the maintenance access shaft. Hurry! He's been badly wounded. Don't let him die before he tells you that number.
So that was her last moment. That is one big blood smear. So it is worth noting that William Bedford Diego, the guy that was talked about earlier, as being the captain of the Rickenbacker, is the son of Edward Diego, whom we met in System Shock 1, and was a traitor to his species, company, friends, relatives, loved ones, and dog.
Anatoly, there's only so much corporate calisthenics I can go through before I start to feel a little queasy, so let's get down to brass tacks here. We don't like each other. We each have our own motivations for undertaking this mission, so let me give you a little warning. I cannot be circumvented. I cannot be tricked. I cannot be manipulated. And I cannot be bought. You come at me straight, and keep the fancy maneuvers for your next board meeting. Just because my father swam with the sharks doesn't mean that I do.
Oh, security cameras, you are my worst enemy. What's Dr. James R?
Is there another?
Yes, there is. Well, we know how this guy checked out. I think a pistol in condition 1 is not worth saving.
They're not dead. They want you understand? They want you as a host. Get away.
Well, so long, Dr. Watts. Nice knowing you for all the 20 seconds that we knew each other. Let's unload that pistol. We are. Give birth in our new ash. And he sings to us. We do not welcome you. Can I shoot him through that railing? Oh, ow. Apparently I can. Apparently I can't. Now how can he shoot me and I can't shoot him? Ow. Okay, that's just cheating.
Silence. Discord.
Nice when the guys that are trying to kill you tell you to run. That's good. Okay, so now that this little mini ambush is done, let's hear the logs.
Alright, calm down already. The access code to the conduit is 12451. I've got an autopsy at 16:30, but let's grab a beer on the recreation deck afterwards. Sound good?
12541.
The time is 16:30. Autopsy subject A. Watson. Now we're going to make the first incision in... Hold him down. I'm trying to... I'm trying!
Pretty sure autopsies aren't supposed to go like that. This pistol's about to break. Got anti-armor weapons. Okay, 6 cyber modules. See if we can do anything with that. Let's bump our stats a little bit. More health, more agility. Before we go anywhere too hostile. Asshole. Get a quick heal. Value rep.
Hi there. Please make your selection. Hi there. Please make your selection.
Reinitialized.
This is the best deal in standard bullets. I'm not doing that just yet. Still, it's good to get the hacking done and out of the way. Got more replicator junk. Really don't need to be carrying any grenades around. There, shotgun ammo there. Okay.
Do not waste time patting yourself on the back. Get down to that shaft to engineering and reset the primary reactor core. That will restore power to the elevator and you'll be able to get up to deck 4. Get going!
I'm going!
You're now on the engineering deck. Find the engine core and reset it. This will restore power to the elevators. I'm getting some kind of strange readings from down there, so keep your eyes open.
It's down to just a few of us now. Right after Valdez died, I guess I went a little nuts and started tearing things apart. But what do you know, I found 2 more rad hypes. Hopefully that'll keep me going long enough to figure a way past that damn turret. Who is that? Delacroix? Sanger?
I don't think that was Delacroix or Sanger. Delightful. Lethal!
Radiation hazard.
This is Xerxes. The coolant tubes are off limits to all personnel. To avoid possible detention and execution, please respect the will of the many.
must have locked the protective seals on engine core access. You're going to have to find some way to purge the radiation from the coolant tubes. Xerxes is blocking me out of the primary data loop, so I can't get any information to help you. He's working for them now.
Radiation hazard.
Keep your eyes open. You must find a way to purge these coolant tubes and get into the engine core. The ship must have some kind of backup system in place for just this kind of situation.
Do you ever had hypo? I'm so sick.
Radiation hazard.
Okay. Shotties over the terrible.
You must move faster. Your mind cannot conceive of the stakes we are dealing with. Keep your eyes open for utility storage 4. I've laid in some supplies there. The passcode is 59004. Got to get to deck.
The many demands the termination of this exchange. We regret any inconvenience.
Beginning to not like this many.
Your song
is not ours.
Run! Run! Still after me, or did I get away from him? Still after me.
We triumph!
Ah! Okay.
Join us!
Yeah, thanks. Join you. Load. Autosave.
You're now on the engineering deck. Find the engine core and reset it. This will restore power to the elevators. I'm getting some kind of strange readings from down there, so keep your eyes open.
It's down to just a few of us now. Right after Valdez died, I guess I went a little nuts and started tearing things apart.
Personnel.
Hopefully that'll keep me
To avoid possible detention and execution, please respect the will of the many.
The radiation must have locked the protective seals on engine core access. You're going to have to find some way to purge the radiation from the coolant tubes. Xerxes is blocking me out of the primary data loop, so I can't get any information to help you. He's working for them. Keep your eyes open. You must find a way to purge these coolant tubes and get into the engine core. The ship must have some kind of backup system in place for just this kind of situation.
So sick.
Not that one. Okay.
You must move faster. Your mind cannot conceive of
Shut
the
it.
stakes we are dealing with. Keep your eyes open for utility storage 4. I've laid in some supplies there. The passcode is 59004. Got to get to deck.
The many demands the termination of this exchange. We regret any inconvenience.
Before, I couldn't get rid of those jarheads from the Rickenbacker. And now I can't find one for love or money. That creepy OSA guy followed me around for 2 months until he got the hint. Now I'm trying to contact him to see if he knew what was going on, but all of a sudden, he won't return my mail.
Anatoly, you must open up the planet to the scientific staff of this vessel. If there is something down there, it's bigger than Triop, it's bigger than the UNN, and it's bigger than you. And why have you and Diego shut off Deck 3? What's going on?
Okay, so that was storage 5. I don't have a code to that. Not sure how it goes from storage number 1 to storage 5, but okay.
Your flesh, our soul is diminished.
Oh, come on! How did he even hit me? Back here again.
You're now on the engineering deck. Find the engine core and reset it. This will restore power to the elevators. I'm getting some kind of strange readings from down there, so keep your eyes open.
It's down to just a few of us now. Right after Valdez died, I guess
This
it went a
is
little nuts.
Xerxes.
Started tearing things apart.
To avoid possible detention and execution, please respect the will of the many.
The radiation must have locked the protective seals on engine core access. You're going to have to find some way to purge the radiation from the coolant tubes. Xerxes is blocking me out of the primary data loop, so I can't get any information to help you. He's working for them now.
Really not expecting there to
Keep
be
your eyes open.
three
Let's
hybrids
find a way
there.
to purge these coolant tubes and get into the engine core. The ship must have some kind of backup system in place for just this kind of situation.
Usually it's just 1. Finding 2 was surprising enough.
You must move faster. Your mind cannot conceive of the stakes we are dealing with. Keep your eyes open for utility storage 4. I've laid in some supplies there. The passcode is 5900.
The many demands the termination of this exchange. We regret any inconvenience.
At least 1 more.
Before I couldn't get rid of those jarheads from the Rickenbacker. Now I can't find one for love or money. That creepy OSA guy followed me around for 2 months until he got the hint. Now I tried to contact him to see if he knew what was going on. All of a sudden, he won't return my mail.
Anatoly, you must open up the planet to the scientific staff of this vessel. If there is something down there, it's bigger than Triop, it's bigger than the UNN, and it's bigger than you. And why have you and Diego shut off Deck 3? What's going on?
Okay. Now we're back to making progress. Hybrid.
Our eyes are open.
Now listen carefully. The xenomorphs who have hijacked this ship are presumably from the surface of Tau Ceti 5. They've been able to infect a number of crew members through an extremely invasive parasitical technique. They've also demonstrated the ability to control the actions of others through some form of limited telepathy. Find the research soft, understand them, then kill them.
Get there with the radiation.
I'm not sure what
what secrets you and your new buddy Captain Diego have got going up on Deck 3, but
We
I
do
intend
not
to find
know
out.
them.
If you continue to refuse to meet with me and my staff, you will leave me no choice but to register a complaint with corporate. If you want to take me seriously, perhaps Sergeant Bronson and her security staff will.
That you cannot see the value of our way.
C-3PO! Hey!
Come right up. Don't be shy.
Where is he? There he is. Severed heads. How I missed you.
Delacroix was right. This ship was not ready for prime time. Okay, the automatic safety seals have shut due to the radiation leak in the tubes. I'm gonna head down to engineering control. I think I can use the fluidics monitoring computer to purge the tubes.
Okay, that seemed plot relevant. I hear a monkey. Bad. Aha! A brain. If only had a brain. This looks much like your brain, except that it's smaller and there are hair-like silvery filaments penetrating it. Research needed, I need fermium. 12 armor piercers, nice. Now the question is, do I want to go up and get the fermium? Oh wait. Ah!
Security system offline.
That's what we want to hear.
This is Xerxes. Due to the recent confusion, there will be ship-wide census tomorrow at 0900. All personnel, please report to the common area of Deck 5 at that time.
Power offline.
Items dropped.
Okay.
Chemical needed.
Shoddy, shoddy, shoddy. this is why we turned off security alarm. Battery good.
Silence.
Hybrid's bad. Battery good, hybrid bad.
Access needed.
Okay. Not in such a hurry because of the security alarm. Card is up here.
It's dropped.
Okay, let's get rid of these cigarettes.
God, get me out of here. I've recoded the lock to this room. Maybe that will hold them. I'm heading to cargo bay 2. Come find me there.
I'm noticing a distinct lack of security cards. This thing is now down to 1, and it's out of ammo. Check this body. There we go. Knew that security card was here somewhere. Armor. I do not have enough for standard 4. Nice.
Due to the tenuous situation as of late, I've ordered security defense turrets placed at key locations. Yesterday one went off accidentally and critically injured crewman Wells. However, somebody must have tampered with the Xerxes security system, because now missions are unable to take them offline. Until we get to the bottom of this, I've ordered all security turrets recalled to storage. But now I can't get in touch with the team I sent out to do the recall.
This might be a prudent time to use a health pack. I think I need to... I need to head back to the med deck. I need to do research. I need to clear off some inventory space. Brawn boost is running out, so I need to charge that.
We
Relative safety. How I have missed you. junk, you're junk, you're junk, you're junk. You just take up a ton of space. Okay, fermium. Let's see. Waiting for that. See if there's something I can spend some cyber modules on. Stats. Not right now. Heck. I need maintenance, but I can't buy the first level of it yet. Thing. Got nothing. I need more cyber modules. I also need more health, energy.
The many sings to us.
I need the many to stop singing. Closes that. 86%. We'll have time. Head over to the head bay. I heard.
Research complete.
Beautiful. Summary. You've learned how to best target the monkeys for maximal damage. All damage you deal to monkeys will be increased by 25%. Analysis. The monkey is genetically normal, an African squirrel monkey. However, it appears to have been subject to a large number of chemical and surgical procedures both before and after birth. These procedures have enhanced brain size and connectivity, as well as enhanced the myelination of the central nervous system. The skull of the creature has been surgically removed, presumably both to prevent cranial pressure and to allow quick experimental access. Recommendation. The neural construction of the creature is similar in nature to psionic human neural structure. The monkeys are likely to have psionic capability. They are vulnerable to all attacks which affect standard organic creatures. Is that just a gross sound or what? This spongy reddish organ oozes a clear liquid through many small pores and sphincters. Chemicals needed to research. Osmium. Give me your osmium. Fermium, there we go, osmium.
Radiation hazard.
Hurry!
tired of you guys in a hurry. Almost makes me wonder why I bothered healing up.
Chemical needed.
Hurry!
Instruct.
Okay, autosave. Woohoo! Now it's time for freaky nightmare shit.
Do you not trust the feelings of the flesh? Our biology yearns to join with yours.
We welcome you to our nest.
But you puzzle us. Why do you serve our mother?
How can you choose cold metal over the splendor of flesh? But you fear us.
We hear your thoughts, and they rage for your brothers you believe dead.
But they are not.
They sing in our symphony of life. We offer another chance to join us. If you choose to lie down with the machine,
We will rend you apart.
and put you separate from the joy of the mass.
That is so freaking creepy. Booze and cigarettes. Wonder this place fell apart. Ooh, Overworld Zero. The ultimate in minigames. Uh-oh.
Health low.
Ah, son of a bitch. That was way too much radiation. Now we have to go through the Wiki Dream. I wish there was a way to skip this. Seeing it once is creepy, seeing it second time is
The feelings of the flesh.
annoying.
Our biology yearns to join with yours.
We welcome you to our nest.
We welcome you to our mass.
Why do you serve our mother?
can you choose cold metal over the splendor of flesh? But you fear us.
We hear your thoughts, and they rage for your brothers you believe dead.
But they are not.
They sing in our symphony of life. We offer another chance to join us. If you choose to lie down with the machine,
we will rend you apart
and put you separate from the joy of the mass.
Yeah, I think given what I've seen, I'm gonna take the cold metal. Your flesh seems a little less splendorous than I would normally be approving of. Where is he? Stupid monkey.
They aren't making this easy for us, are they? I miss you. I know it's stupid, but I do. I think I'll wallow in self-pity for an hour or so and then rate you again. Figures. I have to travel 67 trillion miles to meet a man. Once you're transferred to the Von Brauns, everything will be better. I'll be better. I promise. Great. Someone's coming. Counting the seconds.
If that turret is alert, then this is a futile gesture. So we're gonna do where she said she'd be.
Access limited.
No need to lurk back there. Excuse me.
Every time I hear one of these doors going off, it completely freaks me out.
This is Xerxes. Can you not feel the glory of the flesh? Do you not yearn to be free of the tyranny of the individual?
I'm not sure what's creeping me out worse. The hybrids with their pipes and shotguns, the berserk turrets, or our supposed allies. I don't trust those UNM bastards. I've got to find Sanger. She knows the access code to Fluidix control. I'm gonna make my way over to Cargo Bay 2 to find her.
Okay, Cargo Bay 1A. Okay. Left first. Maybe let's adjust the gamma. That's better.
No need to alert. Coming right, sir.
Yep.
Right away, sir.
Yep.
Marvelous choice. I do see so myself. Oh, very good, sir.
Uh-oh. Run! Run! Oh!
Wait, come back. Sir, I'm sorry. I didn't see where you went. This won't do now. Very good, sir. Sensors won't like this. I'm sure this is just what you were very good, sir. I'm sure. Sir, where are you? Marvelous choice. I do see so myself. Come back, sir. Where did he go? Oh, Xerxes won't like this. If my service was unsatisfactory, please know my ID number. Where are you? I didn't see, sir. There's no charge.
Rush him! Rush him! Ow!
Xerxes won't like this. I'm sorry, I didn't see. Xerxes won't like this. I'm sorry, I didn't see. Marvelous choice. I do see so myself. Oh,
where'd he go?
Good, sir. Sir, wait. Come back. Oh, very good, sir. I'm sure this is just what you... Sir, where are you?
Entirely too many protocol droids.
Where did he go? Come back.
Okay, so I've been there. Here. Hopefully, fewer protocol droids. Nope, that was a vain hope.
What can I do for you? No need to lurk. No need to lurk back there. Pardon me, please
Yeah.
Will I be of service? Thank you, sir.
Assholes. I saw a monkey. Now the thing about being on the stream is that you're not hearing how positional this is. Every time I turn, the monkey sound comes from a slightly different direction. This is incredibly nerve-wracking. I already opened. Here. There. This floor is clean. There is at least one other monkey. Here. Here. This way. Monkey. Found him. There's one. Snipe him. Aha!
Taking precautions, I proceeded with further experiments. Since we've reached Tau Ceti, creatures have gotten smarter and somehow gained limited psi abilities. I probed another subject with a Beta 5 cycle and sensed many things, but mostly an incredible empathy. The chimps have become acutely aware of their own history, of the vivisections and experiments that have been performed on them while on board the Von Braun. They have anger, and they are ready to express it. Clearly, they are both a fascinating scientific resource and an incredible security risk. My recommendation? Either freeze them in cryostorage for the remainder of the mission, or liquidate them immediately. Who knows what other abilities they'll acquire. A laboratory worker from MedSci called me down to the vivisection room yesterday. He felt the lab chimps were exhibiting uncommon intelligence. I sat with one for 4 hours and tried to probe it with the Psi-Amp on a Beta 4 cycle. It failed to respond. I, of course, assumed because it was incapable of reacting to the sophisticated Beta 4 cycle. But then, I realized it was blocking the probe intentionally. As soon as I raised the Psi-Amp to attack it, the creature lashed out with its arms and projected a cryokinetic field towards me, paralyzing my arm. I immediately psi-dampened the monkey and then stunned it with an electric prod.
So, pro tip when you're creating a space adventure, traveling to another star, don't bring monkeys. And I'll be on this floor. Still, what shape are you in? Terrible. Over here. There. Nothing. You know, for a cargo bay, they sure seem to have just a lot of pointless boxes. All labeled the same, too. It takes me like 20 monkeys to get my first brain, and now I'm getting a brain on all. I only need one brain! I think that's it for Cargo Bay 1. Anytime I can save ammo is a good day. Let's see about that turret over here. Should have calmed down by now.
All is diminished. You are
Ah! I've really had about enough of these turrets.
Well, we can't get the malfunctioning turrets offline, and now Xerxes isn't even talking to us. Pollard thought of a workaround. By running bypass into central control, we can hack into the turrets locally and take control of them. However, that means walking right up to the little sons of bitches and hoping they don't go off. One thing is sure, I'm going to figure out what the hell happened here.
Oh, that's just horrible. Nothing up above. No. Nothing up above. Lift has been taken offline for repairs. I can get to that. Not without psi powers that I don't have and don't want to afford. But there sounds like an angry hybrid around. Yummy chips. Back. This shouldn't be too bad. Unless RN Jesus hates me, which apparently he does. There we go. Yeah. Let's do a save. Can't get off of there in time. Haha. Hey, nanites. Medical supply storage. Hearing a hybrid.
Are you of us?
Hurry! Run! From you! Hurry! Run!
It is so disturbing how they have enough humanity left. Tell you that you need to get the hell away from them. You do not hide. Ever. And that was and that one was carrying around booze. Guess that's one way to deaden the pain of having a 3-foot-long worm burrow its way into your skull. Hurry. Run. And welcome back, Chris. Are you able to stay connected? I assume you were off with Blue.
Something.
Uh-oh. Packing for California. Oh. You've been summoned to headquarters? I heard a turret activating. Oh, right, it's on the other side of those boxes. Yeah, you got disconnected. I asked you earlier what your trip was about. Lift is malfunctioning. Uh-oh. I don't want maintenance. Is this just a meeting or conference or up for a promotion or what's going on? And there's maintenance. Whoops. There's turret. Summit for our volunteer forum participants. Huh. I didn't even know Google had forums. Well.
Increasing targeting resolution. Organic hazard. This is Xerxes. Due to measures beyond our control, all meal service aboard the Von Braun will be suspended. Nutritious snacks are available at most replicators.
Product, so that's mostly for like Android and stuff? Yeah, but nobody uses YouTube. Why would you even bother? Poor, terrible, terrible... Ah, these guns are running out. Okay, well... it's a quality 2 out of 10 and it's the best one I've got. They're gonna start jamming soon, which is annoying. Is that all? Okay, so I've been through both of these, so that's where I need to go. Only 20% of the internet is on YouTube? Or internet traffic, I should say. Huh. Yeah, it does look like it stopped updating. Let's see. Prepare for screenception. Huh. I wonder if this is related to playing this in full screen. Because when I was doing this before, with the other game, it was technically windowed. I mean, I showed you how tiny it looked being windowed like that. See, I don't think it is fixed. It's fixed because I've got the window over here. I've got a browser window open with the chat popped out. But I think that when I'm full screened... Uh-oh. We might have had a game crash. We might have had everything crash. Help! There we go. What is going on? There we go. That was weird. I think that maybe when the game is running in full screen, that for some reason the browser window doesn't update in OBS. And I'm not certain how that can be fixed, aside from not being in full screen. And so far I've not had any luck getting this to not be in full screen. So there might be a significant chat problem as far as System Shock 2 goes. Game is going to be unstable. Let's throw a save in there.
Constance, I fear now for my life. I think this has gone beyond any imaginings of Diego and Korechkin. I do not believe they are in control at all. We must discover what it was they found down on the surface of Tau 75 and why they guard the secret so jealously. I think this is more important than my life, or your life, or the life of this ship. Be brave and be careful.
The one thing I'm going to have to do when I go offline is to try and A, figure out how to get the game to run in window mode. And then B, if I can't get it to run in window mode, I'm going to have to find some sort of an alternative on the chat thing so that it works in full screen.
Items dropped.
Items dropped. What is that? Oh, that's anti-personnel bullets. Okay. And another terrible pistol. So yeah, it seems that the functioning chat for System Shock 1 was really more of an aberration than anything else because it was being played in such a tiny window. Argon suspension laser pistol. Broken. And laser pistols are terrible in this game anyway.
Ballone's dead. I was just talking to him and this cyborg came up behind him and... Okay, Connie, get a grip. Get a grip. I've recoded the door lock and engineering control to 15061. I think I'll be safe in here. Yeah, I'll be safe in here.
Spoiler alert, she was not safe in there. back. And this place sucks. Let's see, I need to make let's dump some crappy pistols.
Please don't do that.
Okay, that turret is going down. Ah! Uh-oh. Hello, monkey. Picked up 5 subs today. Seriously?
Your flesh betrays
I don't know who they would have been. There was a couple of people, because yesterday, after Blue ended her stream earlier than she originally wanted because she stayed up all damn night. And believe me, I had words with her about that. When she was cutting her stream, she had her people do a raid on me. And a couple of them subscribed mostly out of what I assume to be pity. So I picked up a couple from Blue raiding me. Come on. Open wide. It helps to have friends in high places. That's one of the things that actually stops me from streaming sometimes is my housemate. I don't want to sound like, you know, a complete twit to her. Now here comes one of the more disturbing visions in the entire game.
Not me. No way. They're not gonna get me. They're not gonna change me. Rachel, kids, I'm sorry.
The way he crosses himself before he does it, that's just eerie. And another hybrid. And the flying severed head.
Sorry.
The camera, there it is. Oh, get the yes. Yeah, there's a lot of pity out there. Or maybe they hear who you work for and they think that they're gonna get like special YouTube favors. And this guy has no head.
My duty is to the UNN and to this ship. But can I resist the call of the many? My father's weakness brought Shodan into existence. My weakness has invited these things aboard the Von Braun. Can I undo the wrong I have done?
Well, I subbed so that I can see on the little notification on the main live stream page when you're on, so I can hop by. Which I think is sort of the purpose of subbing, more or less. Okay, we're finally done with most of this horrifying place. Oh! Yeah! That was not cool. Why are hybrids running around in swarms? They think this is The Walking Dead? Oh, that was it. Crap. Notes. 15061.
Somebody's been tampering with the Xerxes unit. In the interest of keeping secrets from the powers that be, I've installed a backdoor to the fluidics control computer. To activate it, install hardware override 45M DEX in the system's monitoring unit in command control. You can find 45M DEX in auxiliary storage 5 in the coolant tubes. Key code 34760.
What sort of secret are you keeping from the powers that be over fluidics control? Seems like there'd be better places to put your little Easter eggs. Okay. Yep, protocol droids. Would having it on a Mac let you do your streams from a real computer instead of the laptop? Or is that more for doing like your old consoles? I will refrain from making any references to the PC Master Race.
Ventilation hazard. Ventilation hazard.
that sounds lazy. Great content instead of high technology.
Alright.
He was just about to say his eyes are open as I stabbed him in the back. Oh, right, because you only have the single CPU working.
Radiation hazard.
Kill him. Deal with anything else. I hear you.
The harmony.
Nanites. What was this? This was for 670? No. Where are my notes? 34760.
Stay where you are, Beck. I mean it. This isn't something you can fight. This
Thank you,
isn't
Chris.
something you can run
Enjoy
from.
your packing
If
and
you love
whatever.
me, you won't come looking for me. Just hang tight. I won't let you down.
There it is.
Good work. I'm uploading some cybernetic modules. Find an upgrade unit as soon as you can and improve your rig.
I'm about done for the day. Whoop, monkey. Die, monkey!
In some ways, the many is not unlike the UNN. There's a joy in working towards a collective goal, and being able to put aside the things that draw us apart and make us separate. Why do we fear the loss of our individuality so much? Man can dream, but the many can accomplish. Is there another?
There was another. It was me. Now you're dead.
Radiation hazard.
Our eyes are open. Where are you? I'll eat you.
Ugh. Everywhere I go, hybrids. Their shotguns and their pipes, their screams of agony and their mind control and their worms. back door. Installed as ordered. What's over here? Oh. Never mind. Yeah. Here. Recharge. Brawn boost is under half. Now I finally am done with this horrible place. What is by far the most nerve-wracking part of the game is those cargo bays. One fluidics control computer. Let's purge that radiation.
Engine pods online. You'll have to head into cell 1 and 2 and reset the pods manually. After that, reinitialize the system from core control. But that system won't come online until you reset both pods. Keep an eye out. They're mobilizing their real forces, and they know exactly where you are.
That's the elevator here. Now we are all clear of radiation. Worms. All that just to get into this door.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
The laser rapier. Mark IV laser rapier is much more reliable. Unfortunately, unlike the one in System Shock 1, laser rapier here is not a doomsday weapon that destroys everything. So we're going to be skipping that. Acquiring Energy Weapons 3 in order to use it is a serious drawback.
I've been contacted by some kind of artificial intelligence that wants to help me reclaim control of the Von Braun from whomever or whatever is now in charge. I don't know where it came from, but I must confess, I'm happy it is here.
It's a decent pistol? No. They're all terrible. Precisely constructed hypno spray device. Chemicals needed: sodium and iridium. I know I don't find any iridium for a long time. No, it's the sodium that I can't find for a long time. Hello. Looking for me?
Something.
Kill me!
Oh, you son of a bitch! At least I have the reconstruction chamber. Oh, this room. This guy has a decent pistol. Shoddy! Aha! The quantum leap forward in weapons technology. A shoddy pistol. Okay, time for a little payback on that dude. I don't think I've ever seen this one before.
They hit us 6 hours ago. Malone, the OSA spook, tried to take one of those things out with a pyrokinesis attack, but didn't even break stride. Then it unloaded both barrels into his stomach. Valzone said there's a weapons cache in one of the engine nacelles. Maybe I can find him and the others there.
See if that guy that killed me before is still here. Apparently not. That's strange that there was a Malone he said was talking about a Malone, just got both barrels there. Then the girl that died in the cargo bay was also talking about a Malone. It's not really very common that you find two people with the same name in the same game. Oh, yikes. That's a terrible way to go. Hopefully he was dead first, or that door decapitated him. Down here. And naturally I went the way.
some analyte artifacts on board the ship. I think you may be able to use them to your advantage. I've uploaded the information to the ship's weapons upgrade units. They'll be able to convey the information to your cybernetic rig. What are you waiting for? Get to the elevator now.
Coffee and cigarettes.
I don't know where we'd be without Delacroix. This whole shit is falling apart. Who knows what from what? I saw her arguing with that creep Anatoly Koreskin or whatever his name is, and she was giving it to him, but good. But that freak job stares her straight in the eye and starts babbling about how she doesn't know the pleasure of the joyful unity or some such. Mamma mia, the clowns are running the circus.
There are goodies over here. Now we want to avoid that protocol droid. Hopefully he has moved on. Power back online. And a security chest. Alright, well, the many can fight me.
Part of the harmony. 1,000 eyes look.
Thousand eyes. Give birth in our new flesh. Hey, that one is poor. Alright. It's a giant upgrade. No turret. Why am I not hitting him? You notice that shotgun is not being held by him. It's growing out of his hand. Oh, seriously? Please have a midwife organ. Please have a midwife organ. Ah! Damn it. I'm not even messing around with that dude. Elevator! Deck 4. Error. Shaft inaccessible. How did I guess? Heal me! Heal me! Ah. Let's go visit the power station. Really, let's go visit cyber terminals first. "67 cyber modules" is a damn improvement. First off, I need more room. And then let's start working on some maintenance. Let's get research 2. And weapons 4. Right. Gives us 11 modules. That's... yes. Let's go with a little more agility. That'll be faster. That pistol is average? Oh, it's a super weapon. That is the last of my AP rounds. Okay, still need to do a recharge. Gotta figure out why the shaft is blocked and why I can't get to level 4 yet. I will not be finding any sodium for a long time, as illogical as that may be. Shaft inaccessible. That's what she said.
Something's blocking the shaft, and the elevator can't reach deck 4. I'm attempting to determine. I'm detecting massive quantities of some kind of biomaterial that's plugging up the elevator shaft. The environment on this this level has been altered to be some kind of breeding chamber for the xenomorphs. It shouldn't prove dangerous unless you plan to stay for more than a few hours. But in order to clear the shaft, you're going to have to remove the biomaterial. I'm accessing the primary data loop. Let's see what we can find out there.
Okay, before we find out what's there on the primary data loop, I'm gonna sign off. This seems like as good a time as any now that we're starting Deck 3. So let us save. And that'll be all for that. Thank you everybody for visiting the stream. Be sure to like and subscribe, and you know, if you're hot, send me your number. And I'll be seeing you around. First, a little streamception.